Greetings, YouTubers. It is Friday, May 1st, 2020. Man, I can't believe it's May already. I think I said in my last video, excuse me, in my last video, I launched officially on May 11th of 2018. Sold the house, closed all of that, bought the trailer, hopped in the trailer, packed up everything that I owned, and left the house forever on February 25th, 2018. So, got a couple of milestones in there, but I kind of count or mark May 11th as the day I officially had the trailer built, packed it, filled it with food, and headed out into wherever. Picked a compass heading in and headed off. So I've left Quartzsite. It was a great stay. I stayed for the full season. The whole COVID thing kind of made it a little bit interesting on how to deal with all of that, and ended up staying past the official close of season. I think I talked about the confusion about, can we stay, go, what do we do? And ultimately the deciding factor was it got to 106 degrees. Oh my goodness. Oh man, I was melting. And I was waiting for a friend to get water, and so I was just kind of parked there waiting on that thing, because I don't have to do that stuff. The mirror, I have a thermometer in my mirror in my car, and it's at 119 degrees. 119. So anyway, it was time to get out of Quartzsite. So I've moved up to an area west of Show Low, actually west of Heber. Is that how you pronounce it? Heber? I forget. In between Payson and Show Low. It's about halfway, and beautiful up here. I'm about 7,000 feet, I think, here. Temperature's 75 degrees right now. There's a breeze. It's kind of windy. Gusts as high as 20, but looking out my window here, just a beautiful countryside. I got a couple of frames to show you, and I'll give you kind of a look at where I'm camped. Quarter mile off the main road, I guess, and there's a fair amount of traffic, and you can kind of hear it from here, but it's not bad. I mean, you could hear the 95 where I was camped in Quartzsite, so it's kind of similar to that in terms of noise, but it's just beautiful. Solar's a little bit of a challenge because there's more shade, but somebody drive right through camp. They came right through. I mean, my car was parked like here, and my trailer's here, in between where my stove and my car, right through camp in their car. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it, that somebody would be so inconsiderate, rude, to do something like that. Can you tell I'm passionate about it? Yep. So, I don't know who you were, but don't do that. It's not appropriate. I mean, I understand if you get lost or something like that, but there was no reason to go right through my camp. There's plenty of ways to get around if you're lost and you don't know where you are, but anyway, I'm going to step down off of that soapbox before I get all worked up. But it's a nice, comfortable day. A little on the warm side, hence I'm in my shorts, my running shorts, and trying to stay cool still. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about the COVID thing again. I talked about that in my last video as well, but I'm going to back up just a little bit in my story. For a long time, decades, it has been a compulsion in me to find a way to live on my own, off-grid, provide for my own food and all that. I've talked about this before, so I won't belabor it, but it's just really been something that's always on my mind, a really forceful drive for me to achieve that goal. Excuse me. And hopefully I'm going to achieve that this year. In fact, I've already called and spoken to a realtor up this way, and everything's done virtually, so I'm waiting for some coordinates, and found some land up here that is of interest, and hopefully you know, be able to land something here. Land something. Every possible pun intended. And I'll be able to take another step towards, you know, that goal. And Mark, I am so trying not to touch my face. Mark kind of says, "Stop touching your face." Okay, I'm sorry. I get really fidgety. I noticed that on my videos. I've always been kind of a high-strung guy. You know, it's like, I taught Chihuahuas how to be nervous. So, I'm trying hard not to. Try to be professional. Why? Do I care? I don't, probably not. So anyway, taking a step towards that end. But one of the things about COVID, getting back to the COVID comment, is that, you know, I'm seeing in the news stuff about, you know, food. Well, you could just go to Walmart and look on the shelves, and there's a lot of stuff that you can't find. And meat packing plants were starting to close down and just, you know, cull their herds because there was no place to market their products. I mean, there's been some other dialogue and stuff between other things that I don't want to get into some political debate about who said what and did who and right, wrong, or indifferent. I don't really care. At the end of the day, I'm sitting in this spot, and I'm concerned about how it affects me. So when I go to the store, you know, I'm looking for shelf-stable foods and things that I can buy and keep in my camper, in my trailer, in case, you know, the SHTF. Did I get that right? SHTF. Those of you who know will know what that means. I don't consider myself a prepper, although what I'm doing is very much along that line. I kind of, I don't know, there's some other, this is getting even more confusing as I segue to explain myself all the time, but labels are just something that don't really work well for me, because when you say a label like prepper, there's a whole bunch of things that come with that don't really apply to me. And prepper is no different. So there are some things about the prepper moniker that just don't apply to me. There are some things that do. You know, my concern about my welfare and being able to survive and eat, have food, and those kinds of things. So going to Walmart, can't find anything. Going to, I mean, even, you know, other markets, Safeway, and there was another one here in in Payson. It's a different name, and I can't remember it. I'm sorry, but it's over by Walmart. I think it's across the street from the Walmart in Payson. And they were pretty well stocked. They had hand sanitizer, and I bought Everclear because it's basically 100% alcohol. So for a disinfectant, and you can drink it. Who knew? Okay, I did. I knew. And my goodness, this stuff is like drinking pure fire. So I'm not going to do much of that. I can tell already. And I'm just not finding stuff all the time. And when I do find stuff, I grab it, I buy it. Water has become difficult to find up here. I tried using, you know, the water kiosk that you put the quarters in. Took my money, didn't give me any water, couldn't get my money back. So I'm still on the look for water. I had to buy the 1 gallon jugs at Walmart. So I've got water, but I prefer to like find a kiosk or a tap. I have a filter and all of that. But one of the things that I'm doing to kind of help, you know, store foods and stuff is I've started to do some pickling. I've never done it before. So anyway, this video's got a lot about me pickling some vegetables. I've got them here. I haven't actually poured the brine in yet. It's outside cooking as I'm in here doing this. So I'm going to show you a little bit about that. The other thing I've done is I've got something that I call I've been calling it a doomsday box. That's kind of dark. Maybe I should call it something else. I don't know. Somebody come up with names for me to call my doomsday box. Basically, it's full of, I'll give you 3 guesses. It starts with an R. I've got like 3 cases of ramen in it. I know, it's horrible stuff, but personally, I like the way it tastes. It's not too bad. And it'll, stay on my shelf or in my doomsday box forever. Oh, there goes my refrigerator again. Sorry about that. But, I'm only going to eat it if I'm dying anyway, so it won't matter. And then I buy canned stuff. I've got canned soups and beans and rice and mashed potatoes and gravy, because they come in little individual packets and that kind of stuff. So I've got this tote down here. It's a Rubbermaid tote, and I think I've got some pictures of it I'll show you. And it's full of food that's just to keep, not to use. I'll probably cycle through it if it gets old and, pull out stuff so that it stays reasonably fresh. If you can think of something better than a doomsday box for a name, put it down here in the bottom, will you? Because I gotta call it something else. Doomsday box? That's dark. So, property, so I've already talked about that. Future plans, goals. So the property thing is still happening. I'm gonna be here until, I'm gonna say mid to the, someday I'm gonna learn how to do short videos. Not today. So I'm not sure where I left off. Future plans, goals. Gonna be here until May, probably middle of May to third quarter of May, maybe until the end of May. We'll just kind of see how it goes. The weather's so beautiful up here. It's a beautiful spot, so it may just hang around. And then by June, I want to be in Colorado, probably in Blanca, end of May, first part of June. Then probably hit Leadville, camp up there for a bit. And then if the campground remains open, up in Pawnee National Grasslands, Crow Valley Campground is where I camped last year. It's a paid site. I don't typically do that. And they've been closed. So I don't know the status right now. But if it's open, I'm going to camp there. If not, dispersed camping is still available out on the grasslands. And I'll go do that. I'll just have to, watch for mosquitoes. They were really bad. Find someplace away from the cows. Did you ever see my videos with the cows in them? I was surrounded by cows. They bump into my trailer at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm feeling this, what in the heck? And I go outside and I'm surrounded by all these cows. Which is, I don't mind. It's okay. I'm just afraid they're going to damage something by bumping into it. And I played a video of a coyote. And the cows were like, let's get out of here, Fred. Take off running. That was pretty funny. Ranchers probably aren't real happy about it. But I'm going to camp in a different area of the Pawnee Grasslands. I don't think there's cattle up there. I hope. And hopefully the mosquitoes won't be quite as bad either. And then from there up to, and while I'm in Colorado, near Greeley, I'm going to go see my kids and my grandson. Give them all kisses and say hi. And then I'm going to head up to Idaho, and probably stop by my cousin again. And so, Linda, if you're out there listening, I'm coming back at you. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. And then up to Bumblebee Campground again. Hopefully, I can get space. It's been getting so crowded up there, but it's so beautiful. So I want to go again and stay there until the first week in August, and then start heading west through Washington. I'm going to visit some other family near the coast of Washington and say hi to them. So Bill and Hillary, you guys are out there listening. I'm coming at you guys too. So I'm not going to hang too long. A couple of days. Just say hi and give you a hug and tell you how much I appreciate you guys and how much you've inspired me. I mean, the stuff you guys are doing. Hillary makes some blackberry wine that is the bomb. It is so good. It's the best wine I've ever tasted. So anyway, I'm going to stop and see you guys. And then I'm going to head down probably the coast as close as I can. It's hard to camp the coast because it's not free. And so I might be inland a little bit, weaving back and forth as I come down the coast. I don't know. See how that goes. But I've got some friends. One was a guy I grew up with in high school that I want to see. And some friends that we met out in Quartzsite. So those are the future plans. No, I don't think there's going to be much of a slideshow today, but there's going to be some video of the pickling process and all of that, so look for that. All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. I don't know how I did fidgety-wise. I think I'm still fidgety, but I don't know what to do about it. So anyway, love you, appreciate you, and be safe out there. We'll see you later.